them all a good hand, okay? Check your pom-poms one more time.
Don't encourage them.
I got asked several times by your state lecturers, how did you like the program? What suggestions do you have? How you've had a great program here. You're very unique in what you do in this lectures conference. You have a good thing going, and I hope you keep it going. Okay? So many times I get asked as your national leader to define for you what the Grange is. So many times the question comes all the way to the top for me to define what it is. And it wasn't too long ago I was riding on an airplane and I got a little bag of treats. You know, United's even going to quit giving me pretzels to save money. But they lost my luggage both directions. Would you believe it? I flew from Pittsburgh to Des Moines through Chicago and had to conduct a full-day seminar in the same clothes that I left Pittsburgh in the next day. And when I got home at midnight or after on Sunday night, no luggage. Couldn't even do the laundry Monday morning. How disappointing. But anyway, a couple months ago, or maybe a year ago, it was Pittsburgh's favorite, US Air, that was giving out a bag of snacks, only they called it at that time gourmet party mix. Well, no, it was a premium blend of pretzels, sesame sticks, and cashews. Okay? No, it wasn't first class, it was in coach. But now we're down to Fiesta snack mix. And although, again, this one says it's a premium blend of pretzels, roasted red pepper sesame sticks, and BBQ soy nuts. Okay, so, you know, those of us who are health conscious nowadays, of course, we turn it over and we look at the back to see what's really in here. And 2/3 of the package is taken up with ingredients. You know, from, well, flour and what they've done to it. And you wouldn't want to eat these things, would you? But anyway, I digress a little bit. If I'm going to define the Grange, I'm probably going to package it as gourmet party mix. Although some of them you may find have kind of slipped a little and they're Fiesta snack mix. And some of the other ones are probably just a few cracked nuts. No, mixed cracked nuts. Very good. We haven't gotten all the way down to just peanuts yet. But no, I think that's a challenge that all of you have that maybe we haven't addressed here in these couple of days this week. And that's the challenge that you have to go back and define exactly what kind of a label you're going to put onto your greens. Because I know that there's a couple gentlemen in here are sure going to put that label on it that says it's a rural farm family organization. Because there's a couple of you that are really interested in agriculture and where it's going. And there's some of others in here that are going to say that it's a community service organization. Because that's really our thing. There's probably some of you that maybe meet in the Senior Citizen Center. And you're a senior citizens group. There's some that have a great junior program and a youth program, and you're going to define it as just what that organization is. So you don't want me to define what your Grange is. If somebody from your neighborhood comes and says, you know, what's the, well, where do you live? Oh, the Grange is a wonderful community outreach organization. They have all kinds of programs for youth and young people and young marrieds. And then they find out that the Grange nearest to them meets in a senior center. And what's that make me? A fibber. Okay? So your challenge is, again, to get a label and make it up and broadcast what you are, regardless of what the rest are. Because each of us has a little different interest and a little different reason for being. So I guess that's the challenge I want to leave with you as lecturers and leaders and in these 6 New England states. Package yourselves. Package your Grange as it really is, or as we learned last weekend in Iowa, as you really want it to be. There is a difference. You know, you look in the mirror, and you know, sometimes these hotels I stay in, the mirrors lie. You know, they really don't tell the truth. And I'd like to stand there and say, I am getting thinner. I am looking better. I'm looking younger, Judy. Say it in a positive way, and what happens? You begin to do that. You begin to feel younger. You begin, oh, I am getting thinner. Positive. Package it the way you want to be in 6 months or a year. And it'll happen. It can be done. My job, they ask me a lot of times, what do you do as national manager? I say, my chief job is your cheerleader. To cheer you on, to tell about your success stories to other people, and cheer and make sure that those happy things that are happening across the country get spread out and told. Oh yeah, I have to go back to my own Grange. Night before last, 3 of us spent all day, well, most of Sunday afternoon, selling meatball sandwiches and fruit salad. Although everybody came up to the window of the fruit trailer that we had and said, "You making gyros?" I mean, that's what the sign was on the wagon. But none of us thought that we wanted to sell those. And besides, we had all these meatballs left from a spaghetti dinner that went bust on Memorial Day. But anyway, the 3 of us went out and we worked and we sold all of our meatballs. Thank goodness everybody else that was selling food at this community day picnic ran out of food. We were the only ones that had anything left. And again, they came up and they said, can I have a gyro? And I said, yeah, it's a little different. They're packaged little round things, and we got this great red sauce that we're putting on it. You got to try these gyros. We sold out. Ran out of buns, and we sold 3 meatballs in a cup for $3. The triumvirate, okay? 3 grandmas, only one of them's a guy. A couple of years ago, I said to them, you know, there's a lot of people on diets and Weight Watchers and that kind of stuff. We run a 5-day fair, and we run the kitchen through the fair, and we'll sell 500, 600 dinners every night for 5 nights. And they make all their own pies from scratch. But they're all cream pies and fruit pies. I said, well, maybe somebody would like to have a different kind. You know, there are diabetics. Yeah, we've never done that before. Last year, I brought up the subject again. I had a little time on my hands. So I said something to him. I didn't get an answer, but, you know, after lunch or after the meeting, I heard one of the triumvirs say to the other, well, if Dylan thinks we ought to have those pies, let him make them himself. So the first, I'm now in cahoots with the ladies that cut the pies and put them out, okay? So the first day of the fair, I showed up with 4 pumpkin pies made with Splenda. Okay? And I showed up with 3 Weight Watchers pies made with yogurt and sugar-free Jell-O and Cool Whip. Hey, there's somebody else likes those. And the ladies made sure they were first as you came by to pick up pies. They made up their little signs and talked to almost everybody coming through the line. And you know, they cut a couple of pieces and put them out. Did somebody pick one up? They were kind of nice when they said, we need another one of those pumpkin pie pieces. So that the people up the line kind of heard what was going on. 5 nights, I provided 32 pies. And there wasn't a piece left. I asked them again a week ago, are you guys going to do the pies this year? No. So I've already laid in the sugar-free Jell-O. But again, somebody sometimes has to stand, you know, kind of out of the box and do a little bit different and say what you really can be and go for it. So you all have a challenge. I'd like you to know that I have a challenge too. Okay? And pardon? Bake all those pies? Yeah?
You're expecting 40 this year.
Oh, well, I'll figure out. You know, the only problem I have, you know, I was really trying to find some other way to do part of it. But you know, peaches are $18 a half or a half bushel. I don't think I'm going to do fruit pies unless I find somebody giving me apples or something. No. Again, I enjoy doing those kind of things. And you'll find somebody in your neighborhood or in your grades or whatever that may like to step forward and do something like that. Even though the triumvirate says no. You know, challenge them. Get in cahoots with somebody else. And be a success. And I'll be the first guy to cheer you on. Again, thanks. You've had a wonderful time, and I've enjoyed